Hello everyone, welcome to my fashion tutorial, Sam&Beth clothing. My name is Wally. From our previous classes, we talked about different types of darts. We talked about princess darts and we talked about Bustier dart. Today, I'm just going to give us a rule of thumb as to regard the guideline to follow while drafting any of this type of darts. The first thing I would like you to note is that for you to be able to construct any of these, you need to draft the basic bodies of the individual. You get the basic body ready, of course. Without the basics ready, you will not be able to construct the darts. So after you must have gotten the basic body ready, then the second thing you need to note is that princess dart is more of waist suppression. Is more of waist suppression, whereas this one is more of bust suppression. Now, for you to be able to construct a princess dart, you will need the following. The first thing is the nipple to nipple line. For you to be able to draw this line, you measure from one nipple of the individual to the other. If it is 8 in this regard, is 8 inches, you divide it by 2, you have 4. You come to the center front here, you measure, you get 4. You measure from here also, you get 4. Then you draw this line. After you must have drawn this line, all the measurements that you need to do, all the things that you need for constructing the dart will be placed on it. The same thing goes, for this one, the Bustier darts. You also need to, determine the nipple to nipple line. Then after you've done that, you get the nipple points. The nipple point is measured from the nip or from the neck to the nipple point. Any of the nipple, you can either measure from the left nipple or from the neck to the right nipple. And whatever you get there, you are going to measure this place and then you mark it. So as regard this one, after measuring, from the neck, this is the nipple point. This is the nipple point. Now also for this one, the nipple point is this. The nipple point is this. After you've gotten that, you determine the half length of the, of course, that has been determined while you are drafting the pattern. Then you need a waist for this. You need a waist. Even also for this, you also need the waist, because on the waist you are going to suppress, majorly for this one you will suppress, the waist, but here you just suppress a little on the waist. But the difference between this and this is that while you suppress this majorly on the waist, here you suppress a little on the waist, then majorly the underbust. So you need to also find the underbust. To find the underbust, you measure from the neck also to the under the bust of the individual you are constructing the garment for. There is a way you place the tape rule that it will curve around, the busts, and then under it you measure it, and whatever you get, you come to the pattern and measure it. As in the case of this person, the underbust is 14.5. This one is very, very germane, particular to Bustier. When you are doing this, you don't need to find the underbust. And also, of course, both of them need the armhole, because both that run into the armhole. Now, I want you to take cognizance of something. This leg is extended, beyond this one. The reason why we extended this leg is so that by the time you must have cut the pattern out and you want to sew it, this one is not short. Because if you just cut it like this without extending the leg, it will be shorter than this one. So it is very, very important that you consider this while drafting any of these patterns. Now, another thing that I want you to note is that any of these darts can run into the shoulder. That is, instead of running this dart into the armhole, you can also run it into the shoulder. So that's another variation of princess dart or Bustier dart. And to do that is very, very simple as ABC. Just determine the middle of the measure from the high shoulder point to the low shoulder point, and then mark the center, and then pick your ruler and draw a straight line from the nipple point to the shoulder. After you've done that, you go up 1 inch. Remember the principle of darting. 1 inch from the nipple point, and commence the leg. Draw the leg from there, the first leg, and draw the second leg. The same thing goes for this also. Go up 1 inch. First of all, you need to draw the line first. Draw the lines connecting to the nipple point. Then you go up 1 inch from that point, and then you draw the two legs of the dart, and ending it where you have marked. So, and once you have using this one, there is no need to use this one. So this one also is very, very, very beautiful. Now, it is very, very important that you take cognizance of the darting principle when you are constructing any dart at all. Whether you are constructing the French darts, or you are constructing princess dart, you are constructing Bustier dart, you are constructing a waist dart, you're constructing a shoulder dart, or you are constructing a center dart. Yeah, this is a shoulder dart. Take cognizance of the darting principle. The principle says that when you are constructing a dart, the apex of the dart should be pointing at the prominent area 1 inch from it. You can see we have 3 apexes here. This is apex, this is an apex, this is an apex. All are pointing to the nipple point, but not exactly on the nipple point. They are 1 inch away from the nipple point. 1 inch away from the nipple point. And the principle also say that the area that is less prominent, the apex, should be pointing towards it 2 inches, because that place is not prominent and you are not emphasizing that place. Now, where are the prominent parts in the body? For ladies, generally we use that for ladies. The prominent part include the bust and the buttocks. So when you are constructing the dart for the busts, the dart should be on the nipple to nipple line, should be pointing at the bust point 1 inch away from it. But the hip area of the front, the area is not prominent. So the dart apex, when you are constructing the dart for a skirt or for a gown, a waist dart for a skirt or a gown, it should be pointing at the waist area 2 inches. But when it comes to the back, the only prominent part at the back is the buttocks. There is no breast at the back. So the buttocks, the hip there, when you are constructing the dart for the back skirt of a back gown, the apex of the dart should be pointing at the hip, the buttocks, on the nipple to nipple line 1 inch away from it. But for the back, what you need is the bust line. The bust line. So there, you don't even need to locate the nipple point, because there is no even nipple there in the first instance. So to do that, the part is less prominent. So the dart should be pointing at the bust line on this nipple to nipple line 2 inches away from it, because the part is not prominent. So take it into cognizance. Prominent parts and less prominent parts. So I want to encourage you to watch my previous classes. In fact, you do yourself good if you have not really mastered how to, to construct a dart. Watch my previous videos on darting. I started from the beginning. I defined darts. I explained the purposes of darts. Why do we need darts? I explained the part of darts. This part of that are well explained in my previous video, and I also talked about different types of dart, most especially in the introductory class of the my classes on darting. And then I show it by practicalizing, by constructing various type of darts one after the other until we got to Bustier darts. So I want to implore you to watch my video, and I can assure you, you are going to enjoy it. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you.